Salam labas, Kushi Mazian, Smiti Aaron. Hey guys, alright, today it's Thursday, and I wanted to go to this place that's right behind me, Boca Station. I'm in Ola Mata, Tamara, you know, one of my favorite little neighborhoods. I'm here a lot. The bacon place is over here behind me, beef bacon that is. But anyway, this place apparently has what they have on the menu called a soft cheeseburger, and it's supposed to, a couple people have told me it kind of tastes like the biggest, you know, fast food chain cheeseburger place that we don't go to, Free Palestine. But yeah, it's 30 dirhams and it's a cheeseburger and it comes with french fries. But that is not the goal of my video. I mean, obviously I want to eat, but the goal of this video is Morocco, the don'ts of visiting. Yalla. All right, so Boca Station, actually, yeah, Boca Station, sandwiches. It's Olad Mata. Right up there at the light is the main road, you know, that one, and then you turn right down here. Bacon place is over there. Let me zoom in. See the bacon place, yellow? My juice that I get, that crocodile, is right up there with the shawarma. Yeah, but this is the place we're going to, Boca Station, to get a soft cheeseburger with fries for 30 dirhams. Yalla. Real quick, guys, if you have not subscribed to my live stream channel on YouTube, Mama4 Live, quick, go join it, because I do lives Monday through Friday, 6:30 to 8:30. They got the bocadillas, tacos, sandwiches. There's the cheeseburger, pistachio, pizza, salads. Here is the station. They have all the stuff right there. This is like, I mean, it's bocadillas, you know, Cameron and Jack. Oh, they have pasta at this one. Pasta at this one. I don't think we have pasta at the one Jack goes to. Okay, so the don'ts of visiting Morocco. Don't worry, meshi mushkil. There's not a lot of don'ts, I don't think anyway. Most of them are addy, but we're gonna get right into it. Coming to Morocco. A couple of things that stand up in my head. No, that's not the phrase. Stick out in my head is do not bring a drone. You are not allowed to bring a drone into Morocco. Now, I know people have them here, and I really don't know the specifics of having one in Morocco, but I know that 100% coming into Morocco from another country, you cannot have a drone. And if you are stupid and you bring your drone to Morocco, they will take it. Now, I have heard that you can get it back when you leave, but let's face it, guys, there's a good chance it could be lost, it could be stolen, you know. Make it easy, don't bring your drone, okay? Number 2, if you don't know, Morocco is huge for tourism. In fact, I believe it's the #1 tourist country in Africa. And I don't know if anybody's seen, but the crazy lines at some of the airports like Marrakesh, crazy lines. So don't expect to get here and like go through everything so quick. Morocco is such a safe, precautious country, so they will check stuff out, you know what I mean? Meshi mushkil, everything's good. It's good, it's mezien, but just don't think you're gonna come in and you're gonna be out of the airport within 30 minutes. No, that's not happening. So those are 2 things that I can think of coming into the country. Okay, another one that's big that I think you should know. People think you can come here and just go walk in the mosques. La, that's not allowed here. Mosques are for Muslims only. Now, there is an exception. The largest mosque in Morocco, and is it the biggest one in Africa or the second largest one in Africa? Somebody drop that fact, because I know it's something. But anyway, I know it's the biggest one in Morocco at least, but I think it might be the biggest one in Africa as well. Hassan II Mosque in Casablanca. Now, again, if you're Muslim, meshi mushkil, go to whatever mosque you want, you know, and obviously if you're Muslim, you know there's rules, you know what you can wear and all that stuff. But if you're a visitor and you really want to see the mosque, it's not a big deal. They have visiting hours, tours. You can go on your own, or you can, I think, get one there. It does cost. Honestly, guys, I'm so bad with this. I don't remember. Actually, I just gave my share of it, and somebody else went and bought the tickets, but I don't remember. But you can buy the tickets right there at the mosque. But yeah, so they have tours there, so you can obviously go see it. It just has to be on those hours, and they run throughout the day. You know, it's like, I think it's like every couple hours or something like that. And you're right by the water, guys, so there's plenty to do. So if you get there and you're like, oh my God, I have to wait. No, it's no problem. Go see some other stuff. It's all right there. It's beautiful, beautiful. Lots of opportunities for beautiful pictures and stuff like that. Okay, let me think what else. Okay, while I'm waiting for my cheeseburger, I figured let me walk a little bit, you know, get some pre-exercise in. Another thing, don't expect to be able to use your credit card, debit cards everywhere in Morocco. I've said this before and I will say it again. Cash is king in Morocco. Cash is accepted everywhere, but a lot of places, cash is only accepted. So be prepared to have cash, and more importantly, coins. Now, if you're from America, you know, like coins, like, you know how, oh, there's pennies, dimes, you know, you will get the stuff, you don't throw the money away, but it's not really that much, it doesn't add up to much, right? Here in Morocco, the coins are valuable. Like 10 dirhams can literally buy you lunch, okay? 10 dirhams, $1 can literally buy you lunch, I promise you. You don't want to lose those coins, but you need the coins. A lot of people won't have change, or a very good community here where if you go in a store and they don't have change, they'll say just wait, and they'll go get it from a neighbor store or whatever. But yeah, so just remember, you will not be able to use your credit card in most places. Now, that doesn't mean stores, like real big stores, actual legit stores. I'm not talking Hanouts, the corner stores, but I'm talking like Marjan, the malls, obviously. You know, that's a given. You can use your card. But gas stations, obviously, you can use your card. But just the regular, you know, souks, no. Souks, absolutely not. Never. No. But that is very important. So bring cash, or not bring cash. Guys, dirhams is a closed, Moroccan currency, the dirham is a closed currency. You cannot, like some other countries, go to your bank in the United States and order the currency. There are some currencies that you can have your bank in America give it to you. La, not this one. It's a closed currency. You can't bring it in, you cannot bring it out. Meshi Mushkil, you get exchange your money. Airport, you can get that just shwiya, because it's a higher exchange rate. But there are places all over, every town has them, you know, and that's how you get your money. But make sure that you know that it is a closed currency, so use what you can before you leave, you know, to get as much as you can back. All right, guys, my cheeseburger's here. Let me show you. All right, guys, so here is my 30 dirham lunch. Actually, 36 dirhams because I did get a water. If you go to the Hanout, this is only for 4 dirhams. But obviously, I got it at a little place here, so they add on a couple dirhams. So here's the cheeseburger. I was thinking it was like the regular cheeseburger from that other place, you know, like no lettuce or tomato. Okay, the cheeseburger looks good. It actually does look like one of those burgers, but I will say I feel like the bun is a little too big for the meat. You know what I'm saying? But it does look, it's presented really nice. It's really cute. Let's see. All right, guys, bear with me with this clip. It's hard being a content creator by yourself because look at this. You can barely see my head, but I've got to work with what I've got, and there was nothing to really set this camera up. So here it is. Bismillah. Okay. Now I know why they said it's like that Chain's cheeseburger. But it's not. Because it's a single burger, but it's got like Biggie sauce on it, which is like the Big Mac sauce. It is really good. My only complaint would be a little too much Biggie sauce. But it's good still. All right, fries look really good. A lot of places in Morocco, guys, make their own fries. They cut them every day. I don't know what this is. It's not just mayonnaise because it's got some green stuff in it. It's like a garlic mayonnaise. It's good. I would give it, first of all, the price is really good. 30 dirhams, you can't beat that. $3. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I think the kids would like it. And I think it's a great, quick place. Boca Station here in Olamata. All right, guys, another don't of visiting Morocco. Now, this one, I'm sure people will be in the comments and, try to argue. Listen, if you live here, I feel like you'll be fine. Don't drink the water. Now, there's nothing wrong with the water. It's completely safe to drink. However, if you're from another country, okay, you're used to, I feel like, you're used to your water, and things are different. We don't drink the water here. Now, the biggest reason for that is because we actually have a water dispenser in our refrigerator with an ice machine. So we always use that water. I do cook with it now, and I've never had an issue with it. But I would say any country you're visiting, it's not your country, just buy bottled water. Like, why take the risk of ruining your vacation by getting the shits? You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants a shitty vacation, literally or figuratively. You know what I'm saying? So my advice, don't drink the water. But again, nothing has ever happened with me. I just think it's like stupid if you do and take the risk of ruining your vacation and all your money by being on the toilet. Which brings me up to the next one. Toilets in Morocco. Yes, they do exist. However, be prepared to know that there's not toilets everywhere for people to use. Obviously in the big stores, there are bathrooms and stuff like that, the malls and all. But a lot of little stores do not have bathrooms for you to go to. Now, when I came on here on vacation last year, there was many times I had to go to the bathroom. I would go to a cafe. Now, I think only one time out of the million times that I stopped at a cafe just to use the bathroom, only one of them, I felt compelled to buy a water. All the other ones were like, oh my God, just go, meshi mushkil, not a problem, But if you really need to go to the bathroom, just know that usually cafes have them, and, just buy a water or something, but they probably won't even make you. But another aspect to the bathroom is, guys, we're in Africa. If you don't know, in Africa, and I didn't know this about Africa, but I did know about Europe. In Europe, they don't really use toilet paper. Here, they do not really use toilet paper. They use bidets, or they use the buckets with the water. So be prepared to not always have toilet paper in a bathroom that you're going to. It's addy. It's very addy. It's actually cleaner, guys. I did not really think about this growing up, but if you think about it, paper on, is gross. It does not clean it. Water, lama, on that butt, that cleans it. So it makes sense. It makes sense. People here are doing it right. But now that doesn't mean that you can't find toilet paper. Marjan, even the Hanuts, they all sell toilet paper because people here, you do use it. But it's more normal not to have toilet paper in bathrooms. But like I said, big chains and stuff like that, they're going to have toilet paper. I'm just talking about littler places. I've been in cafes where they didn't have it, but it's addy. All right, so this video is more for people that are visiting, hence the title, visiting, not for living here. So I feel like if you come on vacation here, you're gonna probably be taking taxis and stuff like that. You're not gonna be driving. So I'm not gonna really go into the driving. That's more if you're gonna live here. And by the way, you become a stronger person by driving in Morocco. My personal experience. But you need to, as a non-driver and as a pedestrian, you need to remember safety here, guys. So no guns. That's not the issue. The problem is they drive kind of crazy here. And please, no arguments in the comments, because if you say they don't drive crazy here, one, you have never been out of the country, or two, you're just lying to yourself. I promise you, this driving here, it's addy for here in Morocco, but it's not addy in the West. We're a little bit better with the driving. Now granted, you guys are much safer here in general, but driving, it's a little scary. So if you're a pedestrian, remember, unless you're up north, you have to look before you cross the street. They're not gonna stop here for you. In the north, I have been in Tanja, Fnindik. Everyone stops in the north. You will get cops blow at you with the whistle if you don't stop in the north. But here, no, people don't stop for you. So please be very, very cautious. As a pedestrian here, there are cars, buses, crazy taxi drivers, also donkeys on carts, horses, scooters, motorcycles, scooters, guys. Those scooters, and I'm not talking about like motorized, well, yeah, they're motorized, but the ones that you can like give a kid for Christmas, those kind, they drive them on the roads here, guys. So they'll just like whip out of nowhere. They're actually trying to regulate that right now. So inshallah, that will have more regulation soon. I don't think they should be allowed on the road as transportation. And I know there are a lot of Moroccans that agree. And I understand why people drive them because it's more economical. Hello, Salam the bus. All right, sorry guys, I had to cut that off. A man, oh my God, he told me his name, Mamoun. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong, but I actually don't know that name yet. He watches my videos and he wanted to say hi. I love when people come and say hi to me. It's very, very nice. I don't bite. Just ignore my face if I have a weird face on my face. I'm really nice, I promise. All right, so we talked about the safety precautions. Being a pedestrian, be very, very careful. You know, just be careful. Also, as being a pedestrian or walking on the streets. Now, I have not experienced this, guys, okay? However, you need to be aware of it because obviously it can happen anywhere. But they don't have guns here. The crime is like so low. I did a video a couple weeks ago exactly giving you percentages of what the crime is here, and it's literally, you know, it's stupid stuff. And it's not that it's stupid stuff, but it's like pickpocketing. Look, if you're in Casa, big cities, Fez, be aware that somebody on a scooter can easily come by and grab your phone. Now, that has never happened to me, and I have had actually probably over 100 people since living here literally warn me about putting my phone away or keeping an eye on it because they saw me with my phone out and they're like, I have to warn you. But I have never had somebody try to take my phone. Quite the opposite, people telling me to be careful. But it's still something you should be aware of, especially, like I said, I'm talking about vacationers, people that are coming to visit here. Be aware, because you're going to stand out and people are going to know that you're probably not really paying attention too much. But, ماشي مشكلة. Okay, so the next one is very important too. I think it's common courtesy, but apparently, you know, not everyone is as bright as me. I'm just joking. Pictures. Guys, I think it's rude just to take pictures of people. If you notice my videos, like I'm very, very cautious of not getting people in the background. Like I'll take a video of walking through stuff, but I don't focus on people. But there's two things you need to know about pictures. One, you shouldn't take pictures of anybody without their consent. But two, you need to know this. If you go, this is more for Marrakesh. If you go to Marrakesh and you go into Jemaa Fnel Square, there's going to be like the monkey people, there's going to be the snake people, there's going to be dancing and all that stuff, music and all that. Listen, if you think you're going to get away with trying to take a video, like watch a performance or record the people with the snakes and the monkeys, just record or take pictures of them, and you're just going to be able to do that, and it's ماشي مشكل لا مشكل بزاف. They will come and ask you for a tip. Like, that is their job. Like, now I know people don't agree with like the monkey people and all that. That's not what we're talking about. But what we're talking about is, like, don't be rude. Those people you definitely need to give money for. I mean, obviously I've just taken walking ones through the square and that's not an issue. But if you're focusing on like a performance, like I've done ones where I've watched the people that Ghana music, I've tipped them. You tip them. Now remember, in Marrakesh, it's the biggest city for tourism, so obviously you're going to pay a little bit more there. But you know, that's what you do. It's still a great place, but you need to know about that. Now, in general, hijabs, guys, do not be taking pictures of these women. Like I said, I think that's just general courtesy, but that goes anywhere here. Like, I believe like I don't know if it's written or it's a rule or it's haram, but like they don't want their pictures online, you know, stuff like that. Now I know obviously there are Muslim women that are on TikTok and all that stuff, and they make content and all that stuff. But in general, just be courteous and know that you shouldn't take pictures of people without their consent. Consent is key. All right, guys, I just finished the cheeseburger place, Boca Station. Like I said, it's very, very good. Next time I would just ask for a little bit of Biggie sauce. It was a little too much for me. But the burger itself was very good. It was not a frozen burger. It was definitely a handmade burger, you could tell. But okay, the last thing that I'm gonna tell you about visiting Morocco. Don't expect to see all of Morocco in one visit. I promise you. Like, even if you were here for 2 weeks and you went to the north and the south, there's still so much. It's not a one-time trip. Like, it really isn't. You guys, we have the coast along the whole country, the west side, all along where I live. all along the ocean. There are so many beach towns, so many things to see. Tanja all the way down to Dakhla. Inshallah, one day will see Dakhla. I really want to go there, but it is a very, very far drive. There is a flight. I'm not sure how long the flight is, but I want to be able to drive. I don't know. I want my car from wherever I go. But there's mountains. So there's mountains, there's beach, the plains, there's the desert. So just know Morocco is a lot bigger than it seems. And you can't see everything in one visit. But I hope these little tips help you out when you come and visit Morocco. And if you come and visit Morocco, let me know in the comments. Bislama.